By now, alam na natin na maganda sa physical health ang cycling. And it's also one of the best ways to boost one's mental health. In this episode, we'll have a conversation with Annika Crisostomo, a cycling and mental health advocate, about how riding a bike helped her think better and how it improved her mental well-being. This is Lester Babiera and you are listening to Tambike Session, an Anima podcast. Hi Annika, kumusta? I hope you're doing well.
Hi guys! Hi Lester! Yes, I'm doing okay naman despite the erratic weather.
So maulan.
May araw, tapos may ulan ulit. Take turns sila.
Nakakapag-bike ka naman.
Pag medyo okay yung weather, lumalabas naman ako. But Monday is usually kind of like my rest day kung wala akong errands. So bahay lang ako.
I see. So we'll be talking about cycling and mental health. I'm very sure you're very much familiar with it.
You can say so. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Annika, can you share how cycling helped you improve your mental health? Kasi I've been seeing so many posts and, messages na sinishare mo sa mga tao about how it really helped you.
Yeah, so I grew up naman kasi in the cycling community. So my parents are avid cyclists and I would join them on their weekly or monthly CMRs or community rides, typical mass rides or the annual events. I think I only really started riding for my mental health when I was an adult already. Here in the Philippines, you know how therapy isn't exactly accessible, especially to, let's say, middle class or lower class citizens. Therapy can present as something expensive.
Yeah.
And if it's something that is budget friendly naman, ang haba ng pila or ang hirap makakuha ng appointment or you're not guaranteed. It's like you can't choose your therapist.
Yeah. And you don't even know where to get that free session.
Yes, right. You have to ask. You have to do some deep research to find out if, let's say, a public hospital has a certain facility for mental health. Or there are some organizations that I know have like a one slot a month type of thing. Or so they have limited slots for those that are unpaid. Usually, I think the therapists who do provide this service are the ones who are still studying. So I don't know the level of competency that's, being provided. Long story short, when I reached adulthood, I came across a lot of challenges emotionally and mentally. You have the typical, the heartbreak.
Love life to.
Love life, yeah. It all started with love life. And then syempre the financial struggles. And then you trying to find work-life balance with syempre a job at the beginning when it's new can be exciting, but after a number of months or years, the routine becomes repetitive and suddenly you're questioning your life. Kung tama ba yung ginagawa ko?
Yeah.
A lot of my mental health struggles aren't really diagnosed. So I never really went to a doctor to consult if I am, let's say, clinically with problems. But with the life experiences that I've had, I was a single mother by 24, multiple heartbreaks, and up to this day, a lot of my bikes were built because I was brokenhearted.
Oh my God.
There's also a lot of grief. When my son passed away in 2019, I built another bike. So it has helped me release a lot of heaviness that I feel from day to day. That is how I started the hashtag Ride Bikes for Mental Health, just because I couldn't access like therapy. I could not access the services at that time. And I didn't want to burden, let's say, loved ones or friends with whatever was going through my mind. So I do night rides. I ride out my heart. I just go around, get fresh air and exercise to release that, happy hormone para lang gumaan yung pakiramdam ko. So that is how it helps. For some reason kasi once I get on my bike, umuokay yung pakiramdam ko eh. Kahit na sobrang parang tamad na tamad ako or ang bigat ng pakiramdam ko, ko. Tapos pag pinilit ko yung sarili ko while I'm riding na outside, gumagaan.
Mhm.
Parang ang ganda ng buhay.
Yeah, parang I wouldn't say na it's kind of a tool for escapism, pero I was having this conversation with a friend. Sabi niya, meron daw siyang anxiety with work. And sabi ko, why don't you try cycling? Makakalimutan mo, at least for the meantime, yung problem mo with your career. Kasi wala kang gagawin kundi magfo-focus ka on how you're going to balance. Hindi ka sasagasaan ng sasakyan. And at the same time, naka-focus ka lang dun sa kalsada talaga, and parang at least for a while mawawala yung worries mo about the work. And during the ride, sometimes mapapaisip ka, 'di ba? Magkakaroon ka ng mga realizations, and that actually help you ease your anxiety. So may mga ganung ano ka ba?
Experience.
Instances? Oo.
Definitely. That's why I also started riding fixed gear. Pag naka-fixed gear bike ka kasi wala kang choice but to concentrate. Hindi
Oo,
ka pwede
sesemplang ka.
di ba? Kasi you have to be alert with everything that's going around you. So that had also helped me kind of calm my thoughts. Kasi wala kang nakafocus ka, you're right. It brings me this sense of peace. If in terms of meditation, diba, there's this version of meditation that you're just sitting down and you're focusing on your breathing. You're emptying your mind. You're letting all thoughts just pass, and you accept it and you let it go. That is also the same effect that I get when I ride my bike. You're focused on your breathing. You're focused on your pedaling, on your path where you're going. And if a thought enters, you just release it because there's no maliit yung chance na ma-distract ka while you're riding your bike. But at the same time, when you reach that peak of peace, nakalma ka na, kalanghap ka na ng fresh air, doon napapasok yung thoughts mo. Or actually, there have been instances that I prayed.
While riding a bike.
Yeah. I find myself speaking to God, not in your conventional method of prayer, but more of like, ano ba? Ano ba ginagawa ko sa buhay? Okay pa ba yung ginagawa ko? Even naman in therapy, which I was eventually able to access at a corporate job they provided kasi services for us when I was employed with that company. It's pretty much the same. I don't want to speak for all, but my experience, therapists tend to help you ask questions, and you're gonna answer your own questions.
Yeah, totoo.
Diba? So it's kind of like you're having a conversation with yourself. Tapos meron lang nagga-guide sa'yo.
Yeah, it just happens na you're on a bike, you're cycling.
Yes. So walang manggugulo sa'yo. This is your moment to be with yourself. Just you, the road, your bike. If you see a nice spot that you want to stop at, a nice quiet park or bench, tigil ka doon.
Mhm.
I've done so many self-dates. Date na
Yeah,
kami ng bike.
me time.
Me time. So, alam mo yun, yung pag hindi ako makahinga, especially when I was a parent, it's very important when you're a parent to take time for yourself. It doesn't mean you're a bad mother if you take time for yourself because
Yeah.
you put so much of your time and effort in building this family and making sure your children are raised well. You have to also give time for yourself because I'm a firm believer if you as a person mentally, emotionally, physically are not aligned, everything else in your world will tend to be misaligned as well.
Mhm. Anika, you mentioned this earlier, yung hashtag mo na ride bikes for mental health. I'm very, very
Yeah.
curious. Why did you start this hashtag? When did you start it? Can you tell us more about it?
I can't remember when I started it. Hindi pa nagpo-pop off yung account ko nun, for sure. That was
On Instagram, account on Instagram. Yeah.
account on Instagram. I used that hashtag because uso pa nun yung hashtag sa Instagram. And it was something that just resonated with me. Parang for me, yun yung totoong ginagawa ko. Na it
Yeah.
has saved me so many times. Riding my bike has saved me so many times from possible. I'm pretty sure at some point I must have reached some level of depression. But cycling, me being able to get on my bike almost every night, basta may few minutes lang yan, makaikot lang ako. it had always brought me back to my center kasi.
Mhm.
I noticed when I checked the following, walang ibang mga posts under it. Tapos biglang meron ng ibang mga gumagamit. So dun ako natuwa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I saw that hashtag, narealize ko, I remembered one of the reasons why I started cycling. It was during the pandemic and, we were stuck at home. As someone na laging gala, laging umaalis ng bahay, there came a point na yung being isolated became too much na. And sabi ko, sige, I will ride my bike for mental health purposes, for my own mental health, for my sanity. Kasi hindi pa din maka-travel eh. Hindi ka makapunta sa province. You're just stuck in Metro Manila. Well, at least that's the closest thing na pwede kong gawin sa, something that I really like. Well, nagda-drive pa ako noon madalas, but it's really different kapag nasa kotse ka, 'di ba? Kasi you're inside a vacuum or a house, 'di ba? So, nung nag-bike talaga ako for the first time from Binondo to Pasay, parang, uy, nakaka-happy to and I think I really wanna do it more. And yeah, that's why I really believe on your sa hashtag mo na ride bikes for mental health. Meron bang are there other people who talk to you about cycling and mental health?
Yeah, I've had people send me messages saying that, for example, they're having a tough day in a place that isn't as, happy.
Yeah.
I've had people send messages that saying that just seeing me ride my bike, the reels or the videos, it makes them happy. So
Mm.
parang may second-hand happiness silang nakukuha from me showing people how cycling can make myself happy.
Mhm.
Kasi parang we have to remember that I started this account not for the sake of other people but for myself. It
Yeah.
was my Instagram account was a visual diary, a diary for myself, a journal for myself because sometimes you can't always put your thoughts into words.
Yeah.
So images yung naging replacement nun. And I was going through a really, really dark time with, let's say, a failed partnership, single parenthood, my son had special needs. Being lonely is another factor.
Mhm.
I'm weird parang I'm a social person but I also like being alone.
Yeah.
So
I get you. Ganyan din ako.
so parang I found a good balance with that with cycling. Kasi you can get the sense of community but you can also be alone.
Yes, that's true. Lalo na pag nasa bike ka, 'di ba? Wala ka naman angkas, wala ka namang may kasabay ka pero wala kang angkas. You can go fast or slower kung gusto mo parang, oh, I want to have a moment. Pero pag gusto mo ng may kasama, ay, okay, didikit ako dito sa mga friends ko and magkwentuhan kami ng konti during the bike ride.
Tapos alis na, di ba? Go your own way. So mga ganun. I've also had people, whenever I'd share on my platform about, let's say I was also going through, a rut or I'm not feeling well or I haven't really been able to ride my bike. Because we have to remember na parang sometimes wala eh. You just really have to work through this. I don't want to call it sadness, but sometimes I have moments din na wala akong energy for anything at all.
Mhm.
And I've sometimes posted about this and people would message and say, hey, this really resonated with me. Thank you for letting me know that this also happens and you inspire me to get on my bike. So I even have followers who are not currently riding, but it has become something like a goal for them, I
Yeah.
suppose, na parang
Mm.
at some point I want to ride with her or I want to be able to do videos like her. So nakakatuwa when I get those messages. Those are the ones that remind me that I'm not alone and the power of riding bikes. And it doesn't have to be a sports ride. I think that's my difference from the other riders that we see on social media. You have the mountain riders, yung mga lumalayo talaga sa city or nag out of town or mga
Nagta-trails, ganyan.
or yung naglo-long distance talaga, bikepacking, which is something I also want to try. Parang tanggap ko, I'm proud that I'm your city girl. Kasi ito yung normal. Alam mo yun, ito yung, hindi, everybody asks, ay, saan ka magra-ride? Dun sa grocery. Diba? And it doesn't have to be something big kasi. Just
Yes, oo.
riding your bike anywhere, kahit mag 4 kilometers ka lang, paikot-ikot somewhere. Malaking tulong siya to calm your mind, to release some kung anumang masakit na hindi mo maintindihan.
There are no big rides para maging masaya ka sa iyong bisikleta. Sa iyong cycling for mental health.
There is no, kumbaga, in the same way that mental health varies from person to person.
Correct. Mm.
Very personal. Depends
Mm.
from person to person. Ganun din yung pag-ride ng bike mo, kung anong bike mo, kung ano na yung long distance para sa'yo, kung ano na yung long ride para sa'yo, kung ano yung pakay ng pag-ride mo, kung talagang pang pastime ba siya or utilitarian. It's the same effect though. Alam mo yun, parang
Yes.
okay pa rin talaga siya, not just mentally but physically as well.
Mm.
Ano siya, parang, what's the word? All-encompassing? Hindi. Gusto maalala.
Nagsasabay-sabay siya, ganon?
Oo, parang gusto kong sabihin holistic siya because you're doing things simultaneously. You're exercising, which is good for your physical health, but you're also being able to calm your mind.
Parang hitting so many birds with one stone.
That's right. Tapos kung pupunta ka pa sa errands mo, edi tapos, di ba?
Yeah, all in one na siya. And ako rin whenever I see your posts, especially your reels, parang nakaka-good vibes talaga siya that even those people who are not into cycling, parang mapapaisip at very inviting, nakaka-engganyo siya na parang, oh nga no, maybe I can also ride the bike to become happy, kagaya ni Anika. To our listeners here who are unfamiliar, yung platform ni Anika is in Instagram. Handle niya is Anika SC. Diba? Tama? Solar commuter. And meron na siyang 17,000 followers doon. And nag-upload talaga siya ng mga good vibes, fun cycling rides. And doon niya ina-advocate yung hashtag ride bikes for mental health. Pero Anika, ito nga. Here is the question. Nakaka-good vibes nga yung yung bike, yung cycling, wala siya ng problem, issues, 'di ba? Pero hindi ba stressful magbike sa Metro Manila? So paano ka instead na maging alam mo yun, you feel better, hindi mo ba bad trip ka kasi biglang merong bubusina sa may bubuga ng usok from the tambucho ng mga motorbikes?
Well, I cannot disagree. Kasi nakailang beses na akong may sinagawan sa kalsada.
Yeah, kasi
Meron na
muntik ka
akong,
ng patayin, ganon.
ang dami ko na rin close calls. It is stressful. But I guess you have to weigh the pros and cons. Because if I compared myself to when I used to commute, which I used to do a lot, commute talaga ako or nakiki-carpool ako. Yung stress or yung pagod na nakukuha ko from sitting in a car in traffic for 3 hours cannot win over the 50-50 chances na masistress ako sa road while riding my bike.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, parang pag nag-ride ako ng bike, hindi naman matik na meron akong ma-encounter na hindi maganda. May chances naman na smooth yung ride ko. Ako yung mga moments na yun, yung pag tuloy-tuloy yung green light, parang,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's my day. When there's
It's your
no red,
it's
my
your
day.
day.
Tapos everybody magbibigay, alam mo yon, they give you
Yeah.
proper. Parang hindi naman guaranteed kasi that you'll have a bad ride. There's always a greater chance that you'll have a nice, decent, peaceful ride. But when you're stuck in traffic and riding in a car, lalo na here in Manila, imposibleng walang traffic unless sobrang odd ng hours mo.
Yes. Oo. Ikaw ba, Anika, when's your favorite time to ride the bike? Yung hindi errands, hindi yung parang, okay, I think I need to ride the bike na for my sanity. Meron ka bang may time slot ka ba na uh, ina-adhere?
Usually sa gabi, which you don't see on my platform much.
Yeah, oo.
Kasi I do ride for that. It's for myself. Yun talaga yung moment ko to be with myself without the thought of, oh, I have to document this or
Yeah. To post something, to content.
content. Wala. Pwera lang pag maulan, but usually sa gabi talaga ikot kasi malamig kasi yung simoy ng hangin sa gabi. You wait for rush hour to pass, mas maluwag yung kalsada ng monte, medyo mas tahimik yung lugar, yung environment. That's what I do. But then, if for example, alam natin na tag-ulan ngayon, maulan sa gabi, kaya na coin, o kaya ako naisip yung solar commuter is because tanghali is another off-peak
Yeah.
hour. Alam mo yun, walang tao masyado pag tanghali, walang may gusto lumabas. Or lahat nasa opisina or lahat nasa school. So, yun yung ginagamit kong window para mag-ikot kung sakali kung may errands man o hindi. Kahit isa lang yung errand ko, mag-iikot pa rin ako. Kaya naging solar commuter yung handle ko. Kasi sa totoo lang, hindi yun yung ibig sabihin ng Instagram handle ko.
Anika, I'd like to share this to our listeners here. Meron kaming ina-arrange na bike ride. Pangalan niya is Mental Health Muna, Galaw Laban sa Stigma. So yung ride na yun ino-organize namin, we want to highlight the importance of cycling and mental health, na it's something connected and it can complement each other. This is a ride that we're gonna do hopefully October 2022 or November 2022, di ba? So why is it important for you, for people to protect their mental health? And bakit merong stigma na nakadikit dito?
Regarding the stigma, for some reason, hindi ko kasi alam bakit sa culture natin, pag sinabi mong pupunta ka ng therapy or kailangan mo ng therapy, agad-agad iisipin nila baliw ka. Tipong pang mental institution ka na. And they've put
Yeah.
in that negative connotation yun eh. Parang ano, bakit? Punta, mental ka? Parang
Yeah, oo.
grew up in this culture na parang it's max value. Yun yung tipong kailangan mo ng naka-straight jacket. Yun yung unang image siguro na naiisip ng mga tao. So, nahihiya yung mga people to ask for help, to reach out and actually say, I need to talk to a professional.
And to acknowledge that there is a problem.
That's another thing pa. The mere fact of acknowledging that you're facing something, that you're dealing with something is not normalized yet in our culture.
Yeah, parang ang hirap din, no? Kasi parang you can be branded as a weak, di ba? Especially in a machismo country like in the Philippines, na pag lalaki ka, parang pagka sinabi mo na nalulungkot ako, may anxiety ako, parang kakantsawan ka na weak, ang hina mo naman, di ba? So even with girls din, di ba? Yung pressure is really big, na hindi ka pwedeng malungkot, hindi ka pwedeng umiyak. Parang ganon.
Oo naman. Or tipong parang we were conditioned to be able to take all kinds of level of pain. Parang ganun yung,
Yeah, oo. Resilience.
oh, and that's what we're trying to change. That's what we're trying to speak up about. Na parang, hey, it's okay. If you need help, speak up and say that you need help. Approach your loved ones or find someone you can trust that you can talk to. And if not, I'm sure we can find some service that can provide help. And I think it's important then for those who, how do you say it ba? Like an entry level.
Mm.
Kasi nga just the step to acknowledge that something is going wrong, that's one. Second one is to actually do something about it, diba? So for those who are just starting out, I think sports or physical activity in general, let's make it general. Physical activity is a good entryway in being able to acknowledge that or being able to address if something is going on.
Mhm.
Parang it's a nice leeway to the path of healing. Let's call it that.
Mm.
Kasi you don't necessarily have to say it out loud. It's a physical or it's a concrete step towards taking action that could help with your healing. I truly believe that there's a direct correlation. The way you take care of your body also relates to the way you take care of your mind.
Yeah. Kaya importante talaga na we go and promote these kinds of activities, organize these things, kasi it kind of normalizes things to the public, to at least to an audience, to the cyclist, to to people who are into active lifestyle. Ikaw, Anika, why do you keep on advocating mental health? 'Di ba? Parang pwedeng hindi na eh. Kung titingnan mo kasi it's, it can occupy your time, but why do you do it?
I've asked myself multiple times, bakit ko ba ito ginagawa? Especially now that the account has grown so much, which I did not intend for it to happen, but it did anyway. I guess it's knowing that my followers actually resonate. At least a handful of them resonate with what's going on with my personal life or how I've been dealing with my mental health. And that's a way for me to help other people na rin. Parang, I don't know, I guess it's, kind of good karma if you
Yeah.
believe in that. Na I put good out into the world, even if I'm just being myself. If I'm being true to myself, if I'm able to help at least one person, then I will continue doing what I'm doing. I'll continue advocating for, riding bikes for mental health because I believe in this practice, because I know the power that it can do for a certain person. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it could be something that could help you.
Yes, and maganda na, you get to share it to other people, and who knows, 'di ba? Baka may matulungan ka. You can actually save a life, 'di ba?
Yeah, it's I always remind myself for my own mental health then that this account is for myself first and foremost before anybody else. And that if my personal experiences resonate with other people, then good. Because that's also part of mental health, knowing your boundaries. And you're definitely not going to be for everybody.
Mhm.
So if it doesn't resonate, then that's okay. I respect that. If it does, then thank you. I'm here with you. I tend to also I check almost all the DMs and I personally respond to those, especially that reach out and say how my posts have helped them get on their bike. That's a big thing already. Get through their healing period. For example, someone just went through a recent injury and is missing riding their bike. Or just seeing me ride my bike already helps them with their journey of healing. It has become something that's fulfilling in a way, even if there's, how do you say, kahit walang bayad. Wala
Yeah,
siyang sahod,
correct.
diba?
Yeah. It's for free.
It's for free.
It's for the love, it's for the advocacy.
But yeah, so that's why I guess I keep doing it, because I still get those kinds of messages from different people, and it's not always, but the one message that comes from time to time, it really means a lot to me, to know that just being myself and doing what I love has helped them in a certain way. And it's
Mhm.
vice versa, sometimes I'm going through a bad time. I'm going through, let's say, a tough day or a week or whatever. And then someone will send that kind of message. Laking tulong sa akin nun. Parang, oh, thank you.
It keeps you inspired to keep on doing what you do.
Yeah, that's right. Parang, okay, it means something. It means something to at least, 5 people. That for me, that makes me happy as well.
Yan. Ayan. So, Anika, thank you very much for this very insightful conversation about cycling and mental health. No? Parang as your fellow advocate, at least for cycling, it's really a work na, hindi ka bayad. It's really just for the love, for the advocacy.
For the love,
And
then.
and hindi tayo nagrereklamo doon. It's something that we
No,
really want to share to other people and to help them improve talaga, 'di ba?
yes, this is just really something that I you and I both believe in. It's
Yes.
something we enjoy, and if we are able to share this joy that we have or the experiences that we get from cycling, then why not, diba?
Mm.
The more the merrier, I think, and
Yes.
it's a fulfilling practice.
AKA gusto lang talaga namin kayong ibudol ni Anika na magbike.
True,
Ayun.
yes.
So Anika, again, thank you very much for joining me sa episode na to. At I hope na madaming natutunan ng ating mga listeners. And sana magbike na din sila. And, cycling really can really boost one's mental health.
Agreed, agreed. Thank you also for having me on here, Lester. It was a joy to chat with you and share our experience.
Yes, and so Annika, and to all our listeners here, thank you very much. And like what I always say, sana magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod na episode ng Tambay Session.